Hey there, friends and enemies, JoPa here again, and if you didn't know, Marvel Rivals is currently having a tournament within the game that has some pretty insane features, and I hope is the future of competitive gaming, because what they have already in Marvel Rivals is kind of mind-blowing. So, in order to qualify for the tournament, you have to reach Silver in competitive, join a faction. That faction will select about I think 9 players, 6 starters, and a few alternates who can compete in the tournament. And as far as the tournament goes, it'll happen across multiple weeks. It is split. So PC has its own bracket, console has one as well, and then within each of those, you will also have it set up by region, so North America, Europe, etc., and going on from there. Now, some of the cool features within this, not only is there a prize pool, so you can win actual money depending on where you rank at the end of the tournament, but you can also spectate and watch live all of the matches from within the game itself. And I think that's pretty insane. Not only can you check out any team you want, there's a leaderboard that you can currently check out. So I figured I would take a look at the current top ranked PC team in North America, NTMR, who are undefeated, and I'm very curious about not only what teams are using to win their matches as far as team composition, what they're facing, but also strategy in general and how these games are going. I'm going to be doing another video where I spectate the top ranked console team in North America as well, just to get a bit of a feeling for how each game is going to be different between the two different platforms. So anyway, let me just jump into it. As far as the team compositions right off the bat, I noticed that the blue team, Mayu is Jeff, they have a Adam Warlock, Magneto, Mantis, and then Squirrel Girl, which I'm surprised by a little bit, Luna Snow, who's very good, and then they have a Namor. Now, keep in mind that when you are starting to pick your teams, before you're able to pick your own individual character, each team gets to ban 2 characters and then keep 1. So one team will ban a character, a second team will ban a character, that second team will then save a character, and then the first team will save a character before banning the last character, and then they'll ban the 4th one after that. And so you'll see a lot of, in my opinion, you'll see not only Hawkeye get banned a lot, but also Hela, I think, will be pretty common. Maybe even Doctor Strange quite a bit, or one of the healers if somebody isn't using. So say you have a team composition of Adam Warlock and Mantis, you may want to ban Luna Snow or even someone like Cloak and Dagger if they are giving you troubles within the tournament. And you'll play all 10 games over the course of either 1 or 2 days, and so you'll kind of learn and adjust from there. But anyway, as far as the NTMR team, they have a Hulk, Mantis, a Star-Lord, and Iron Man. I'm really surprised by that. A Jet the Landshark, again, surprising, and then a Thor. So I want to see, this team looks like they're going to be hyper aggressive, and I'm very curious how that's going to work.
2, 1.
Currently, we're on Amazing. You can switch between, okay, he died instantly. That's kind of insane. I was hyping them up as the #1 team, and that happens. Now, you can swap who you're spectating pretty freely. So we're switching over to Star-Lord here. Star-Lord is a high-skill character who isn't really on top of any tier lists as far as the characters who I think are going to be the most played. But because you don't have Hela, and because you don't have someone like Hawkeye, he might be even better. And yeah, he's just going to town. Just absolutely, oh my god. Just annihilated them there. So yeah, this team is going to be quite aggressive. They are going to be getting into the combat quite a bit. And it looks like they're going to be led by their Star-Lord, who is already popping up. You can see their ult charge up top. He's at 65% ult already, which is kind of nuts. And he's just farming damage here to get that higher ult. It's pretty insane. Although the Iron Man is 97%, so that's kind of crazy. Yeah, being able to get out of danger and survive, I think, is the most underrated thing. Okay, that is a 4-piece with the Iron Man ult, and probably why they're choosing him. Again, Iron Man, I've seen in like tier lists and stuff, people saying how terrible he is. But in this tournament, he's already making a pretty big impact. So anybody is usable in the right hands. You just have to have the right team composition. The team up abilities matter quite a bit, and how you guys play is very, very important together. Because if you die, if you're constantly struggling, if you're not doing enough damage, then you got to think of an alternative path forward. Oh, this ult, this is disgusting, especially if you don't have a counter ult, which the other team does not. Yeah, absolutely nuked. Maybe even was a waste there. Might not have needed that entire ult, so. But, oh, he's just... Look at how aggressive he's being. Now, I will say one of the reasons he's able to be that aggressive is likely because he knows if he dies, he can come back because of Mantis. Yeah, here we go. Or, sorry, Adam Warlock. So that's where team-ups really matter, because now he's right back in the fight. Knew he could be aggressive and come back and not really miss a beat. And he's just absolutely laying waste to the other team. So that's pretty huge. They're going to have a ton of revives with this team. Between Adam Warlock who can cocoon, they have Mantis who can cocoon, they have Star-Lord who can cocoon, and they have Adam Warlock's ult, which he just popped as well. So that's why I think they probably went with that team composition. I don't think Adam Warlock is as good of a healer as some of the other options, but this combination makes him even better, especially if you have a Star-Lord who is essentially hard carrying. You can see here, they kept Luna Snow, they banned Hawkeye, they banned Spider-Man, Rocket Raccoon they banned, as well as Hela. So pretty standard bans that I am not surprised by at all, especially from what I've seen so far. Now, this team is going to have its work cut out for the blue team, because they really look like they are struggling. And this is the kind of map you can absolutely get spawn trapped if you are not careful. And this is one of those situations where, again, a character change might be needed. Their Namor should be a good counter for the Star-Lord theoretically, because he could deal with flankers. But I think the Star-Lord's movement is good enough that he's not getting hit by the turrets all that often. And so it's kind of a little bit of a waste, and you may want to consider swapping, because you can swap in the middle of the tournament if you need to. Squirrel Girl also is not really, I think, the best option against this team comp. They are running 3 healers and 1 tank as well, which can work, but against this team, they probably do need a second tank. Look at how he's able to get in, do a bunch of damage, maybe not get a kill, but get everyone weak, and then get out of dodge before he gets taken out. Again, finding ways for either survivability, the revives, anything like that is so huge, because on this map specifically, once you get broken and the team starts pushing the cart, you get knocked all the way back, and it takes a very long time to get back and help the team. Yeah, they're just going to town. They're essentially just feeding right now, which is unfortunate, but these tournaments, the first round, it's randomly matched. So once we get to the later rounds where teams are playing other top teams who are left in the bracket, I have a feeling these will be a lot more competitive, and we'll see some different team setups. Like, this man has his ult already, and he's just going to rip through this team, I imagine. There it is. Yeah, just put him right back in the spawn, and they have no choice but to hide until it's over with. His movement is fantastic, by the way. This is kind of how you want to play a Star-Lord, and I would imagine playing against this would be incredibly frustrating, because he's just in and out constantly. And then look, watch, he's going to hit this and hit every one of them. And you combine that with the ultimate from Magneto, and it's just insane. See, this is one thing that, like, he is only shooting the Groot to farm ults, because he's not going to be killing a Groot with Star-Lord. His focus is going to be on the squishies, whether it's a Squirrel Girl or whether it is a, yep, one of the strategists. Yeah. He got his ult again. Yeah, insane. So now he's got to try to target everyone but the Luna Snow. They should, okay, so this team, the blue team, should be pushing out with the Luna Snow ult because you can't really, with what the setup they have now, you can't really out damage that ult. But look, he's right back. This is so massive, and they have Born Again ult, so it's oppressive. You have to kill them 7 times before they actually get kicked back to spawn, and it's actually insane. Now that revive does have a long cooldown, but it doesn't matter if you are putting in this kind of work. Yeah, this is very lopsided. God, he is just farming. And so essentially what's happening is he's doing all that damage at the same time as Hulk is in the mix, at the same time as Iron Man is getting tick damage. I don't know if this team comp is going to work against the better teams though. Now, they do have a Doctor Strange now, so that is going to be useful. But this is the type of character who I feel like if the other team has... Oh, he got his ult a 3rd time? Nah, that's rude. This is one of those things where this team comp is interesting. I don't know if it would work against the best teams, but I'd be very curious to see how it performs. Yeah, just absolutely farmed. I feel bad for this other team because there's just nothing they can do. Again, not the usual suspects as far as who they picked, but it does work very, very well together from the looks of it. So, again, I'll be taking an eye out and looking at this team once we get to the later rounds. But I'd love to hear from you guys. What do you guys think of the tournament? What do you guys... Yeah, of course he got the MVP. But what do you guys think of how they're doing this tournament, how it's working in game? Have you watched any of that? Have you been able to play yourself? I am playing in the tournament as well, so I'll probably post some highlights and gameplay from that at some point. Yeah, so he had 46 kills and 2 deaths, and both of those deaths he was able to cocoon and get right back into the fight because of their team setup. And that's why team composition is so important in this game. I'm going to bang on that drum so much. You absolutely have to have teams that synergize together well in order to be successful. And if you're playing ranked and you see somebody picking something that doesn't match the team composition, you might need to swap in order to help out the squad. So anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. What do you think of the tournament so far? Are you playing? Are you not playing? My name is JoPa. I hope you have a good one, and I'll catch you all later.